What's up, Noise from the Nosebleed fans? Today, I got my dad on the podcast, and he's going to talk with us about the game day experience and a little bit about tailgating. First thing first, Dad, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell us a little about yourself and when you became a football fan and probably about what age.
Well, again, my name's Harry Boudreaux. I'm a native Houstonian. I grew up in Sharpstown, Texas, where I became a football fan because there were some neighbors on the street. I'd say in the mid 70s, I was a young teenager, and we were all Oiler fans and got to go to a few games. And then in my high school years, my father and I bought tickets to the Houston Oilers and season tickets, and that's where it all started.
Nice, nice. And he's sitting right there in the man cave. I'm gonna show y'all in an upcoming video with the Love You Blue signs back there, all the Oiler memorabilia. Um, a lot of these questions I obviously know the answer to. But we'll start off with this. How many NFL games have you been to? And not from a tailgating experience or a game day experience, just from pure football, what's probably the best game off the top of your head that you've been to?
Well, I've been to somewhere in the 200s because when I had season tickets to the Oilers, I went to every game from 1980 till 1996 when they left, including preseason. And then after they left, I've been to at least one or two games a year. So that puts me 220, 230 NFL or Titan games and Oiler games, actually.
Wow. And so out of those 200, it's obviously going to be hard. Pick out a game that you think that's your best experience.
I would have to say it was a few years ago when you and I both went to Kansas City. It was freezing cold, and we had a
Yep.
blast. And the Titans won the game on a last-second field goal, and that's probably my all-time favorite memory. Now, I haven't been to any good playoff games, so.
Well, we'll probably get to attend one of those this year, the way the season's going. But I highlighted that Kansas City game on one of my other blogs on this website, so you can go check it out. Yeah, it was -2 as we were rolling up to that game. And it was, I guess we can both agree, it was cold on the way. But once that field goal went through that goalpost, it wasn't very cold as we were going
Yeah, it was
crazy.
fun.
I think this might that I think we were both a little let down with the crowd in Kansas City that weekend being so cold. The fans didn't really show out and it wasn't as hype. But let's go to your best tailgate environment. Put the game aside, but let's talk pregame, the overall game day experience. I know you want to say Nissan Stadium in Nashville because you're a Titans fan, and I agree that that is one of the best in the NFL. But give me one that you would say you would tell a first-time NFL fan, send them to a game. Where can they enjoy the best game day experience?
Well, I've been to a ton, obviously, and but I will say that I don't know that if they're ranked as a high tailgate city, but probably my favorite that I've ever been to, and I've been a few times, is New Orleans. And the reason being is because it's not all packed in one spot. Like the tailgates are set up down different streets and in a mall and in a bunch of different areas, and they party like it's Mardi Gras. And I've never had a bad experience there. Everybody's been friendly, but it's just a great environment to walk up and down different streets and different small parking lots, and everybody having a great time.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. New Orleans definitely knows how to party. I guess this is a good segue into the next one. Speaking of New Orleans, give me your favorite alcoholic beverage on game day.
Well, is it early in the season or late in the season?
We'll go.
Early in the season when it's hot, I mean, you got to drink Miller Lite, but
Yep.
late in the year, you got to have a little bourbon flowing. But as a Titan fan, you always got to have that Fireball.
There you go. For those that don't know, us being huge Titan fans, every time the Titans score a touchdown, especially at the watch party bar we go to, all the fans are taking shots at Fireball. So it's a pretty cool experience. Let me ask you, out of all the stadiums you've been to, give me a food. Is there a specific food style? It doesn't have to be a specific food item, but style. Is there a city that you think puts out the best food, and which one is it?
Wow. You know, long time ago, I was in Philadelphia watching the Oilers with Warren Moon beat the Philadelphia Eagles in Veterans Stadium, and Del Greco kicked the game-winning field goal. And I probably loved Philly cheesesteaks.
Wow, that's a good story to back that one up. Um, we'll move on from food and drinks here. A lot of this blog is about tailgating and a lot it's aimed at the college student. So, obviously you and mom have got on me a bunch of times about spending all y'all's money. So I need to learn to do a better job at tailgating on a budget. But what are one or two tips you give someone after have kind of been all tailgated all these years and done all these things? What's something you'd give your younger self on maybe how to spend a little bit spend a little bit of less money when it comes to tailgating?
Yeah, well, it's all about planning. I mean, you know who your group's going to tailgate. You know how many guests you're going to have coming in. So it's kind of like when you have a party at a house where everybody brings stuff. With tailgating, and if you get with your friends early on, you can divide it all up. You know, if you're making hot dogs, have somebody else make the chili. You know, not everybody bring beer. Have some people bring ice. You know, just coordinate and build the menu. The rest, you know, with everyone.
No doubt. And I've hit on that a little bit throughout this budget planning process. And then another question I have for you is me and you have traveled to a bunch of games. Obviously, you know, it can be expensive whether we fly, drive. I remember when I was younger, we drove to Nashville to a Jets game, and then later on, you know, we started flying. What are some tips you'd give people when it comes to traveling to games on how to save money?
Again, it's all planning. You know, if you're going to fly, get your flight reservations early. You know, hotels. You know, different venues that you can get good pricing on.
Oh yeah.
And then just know the area and understand, you know, where you get the food, and, you know, it's just kind of like real life. Just kind of plan ahead. That's the most important thing.
Nice, perfect. And then I'll finish with this question. I like to ask a lot of football fans because going to Super Bowls are, you know, obviously it can be expensive and everybody would love to watch their team in the Super Bowl. But the ultimate game day tailgate experience would obviously be Super Bowl Sunday. So fast forward in February, your Titans are in the Super Bowl, but you're not going to the game. Where are you watching the game at?
Well, we like Kyle's mentioned several times on this blog, we have a group of fans called the Tennessee Titan fans in Houston, and we've really become really good friends over the years. And for those of us who don't go to the game, we'll either have a party at one of our traditional sites that we watch, or someone will host it at their house. And I'd love to do it at our house.
There we go. Well, good luck convincing mom to host that party at our house. But everybody would get to see that man cave we're showing off. But well, I'll let you go on that one. I appreciate it. I know all my fans and Noise from the Nosebleeds are going to enjoy that one. Had some good insight from an NFL fan veteran who's been doing it for 200 plus games. So I'm working on catching up though. I'll be there one day in games attended. But well, I'll let you run. I appreciate it.
Tighten up.
Peace.